Okay, this is going to be about making honey wheat sourdough bread. So first, we'll start with an empty bowl. We're going to add some sourdough starter, about 100 grams. We'll weigh them all out as we go. The starter is probably a year old already, and it can last forever. Just got to feed it every day or two or five, depending. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put in 100 grams. And that's about 100 right there. Right there. Okay. Next, we're going to put some flour in. And we put a total of 450 grams of flour. We're going to put in 350 of bread flour, white bread flour. And well, I'm going to use up this little bit I got in here, and then we'll take the balance out of the new bag. This would have helped if I had it open first, but, well, I didn't. Okay. So, here we go. Putting the rest in now. This is going to total 350 grams of white bread flour. Oops, a little too much there. I use grams rather than cups and all because it's way more accurate and it makes everything more consistent. So now we're going to take out our whole wheat flour, and to make up the balance is 100 grams. And we put 100 grams of whole wheat flour into the mix. I'm tearing down the scale, so it's a lot easier to keep an accurate reading. Yeah, touch more. Yeah, a little bit more. That's good. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I give that a stir to mix it up a little bit, just to kind of combine some of it before I put the honey in. And that'll be shortly. All right, so I'm going to add here my water, grams of water.
We're going to add about
This
310 grams.
If it's a humid day, put in less. If it's a dry day, put in more. You just got to get a feel for that. So this is just regular honey, regular bee honey. And here again, how sweet you like it, how much of a honey flavor you want to put in it. I put in about 50 grams, which isn't that much. I think in this particular one, I think I put in 25 because I haven't made it for a while and we don't particularly like it real sweet. So here we go, mixing it up good. Got to incorporate everything. With sourdough, the way I do it, you don't have to knead it like you would knead a white bread. You just kind of mix it together, make it all congealed, so it's all one. And then what we do after this, we'll get into what they call pulling it to stretch it to create glutens in the dough, which is the way I like to do it. So right now we're covering it for 30 minutes to let everything incorporate. Then we're going to add in some salt. 5 grams of salt. That's all you need. Looks, you got a perfect first shot. Amazing. So, how do we put that in? Real simple. We take our bowl and we poke our salt in. I'll show you that. Like that. You sprinkle on top, poke it in with your fingers, mix it around. Again, try to incorporate it, not all in one spot, just so it's all over the place. It gets in good. Okay. Excuse me. All right, clean your hands off. Cover it up. Rest it for 30 minutes. All right. After a quick 30 minutes, we'll take it out, and what we do is stretch it. This is what develops the glutens. No kneading necessary. Stretching works fine. Stretch in one direction, turn it a quarter turn, stretch it again. What it does is it forms layers, and the layers are like a pattern of a quilt. They bond together and make it stronger. And every time you do it, you turn it a quarter turn. You could do this depending on how it feels in your hands when you first start. You could do it 4 times, you could do it 6 times, whatever you feel good with. And then when you get done and you feel it's pretty good, starting to get a little tight, you could leave it like that and cover it for 30 minutes, and then you do it again 4 times. And when it's done, you rest the whole thing for 4 hours. Let it double in size, and then you'll preheat the oven to 450 degrees so that you can bake it. So here it is, heating up the cast iron vessels that I use to bake them in. And this is my dough sitting there, rising, relaxing, building up its air pockets, if you will, multiplying. Okay, now I'm taking them out of the oven. If they're ready, 450 they are. And what I'm going to do is transfer from the basket into the cooking vessel, the cast iron baking vessel. So I put the silicone on top to flip it over, like so. Now my dough is a little on the wet side here, so it got a little sticky, as you can see. I gotta wipe my hands off. Okay, now we'll put it into the cast iron vessel, and we'll take our razor blade and we put a cut in it lengthwise, and that is to let the steam out, and it forms what they call an ear in the sourdough community. And I will take that and it's going to go in the oven. First, I'm going to cover it up with the other top of it, which is forms an oven in an oven, so to speak, all cast iron, and they'll get put in the oven at 450, and it will bake for 40 minutes. And that's it. 40 minutes later, it comes out. And here I'll be taking it out. It's fully baked. But just as an added precaution, what I'm going to do is check the temperature internal of it. I like to have the internal temperature of my sourdough 205, 206, in that range. That way, you know that the bread is actually cured. It'll be a little on the moist side. Doesn't matter as long as it's cured, so it's not too gummy when you cut into it and eat it. You want it just nice, hard crust, moisture inside, nice. And I'm testing it right here. Instant read thermometer, and I got 205. 205 is acceptable. And that is very hot. Hot. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put that away. We won't need it anymore. So I'm going to turn it out of the baking vessel. It's looking good. Nice crust. Nice brownness. Some of that black on the ear is the best, tastiest part of it. So let it cool for 30 minutes. And now it's time to cut it and see what it looks like inside. They call it the crumb on the inside. Should have nice air pockets and stuff, which it does. That's all your gases that build up and the steam makes them pockets. This particular bread came out very good. So that's about it. Now there's only one thing left to do. Butter it up and enjoy it.